I grabbed my pulse rifle and scanned the monitors. Two figures stumbled through the storm, small, young, barely able to walk. They pushed against the security gate, crying soundlessly, drenched and terrified. They weren't human. Through the static camera feed, I could see glowing violet eyes, smooth white skin, and shimmering silver hair tangled with mud and rain. Alien, yes, but children. I disengaged the locks and sprinted outside. The wind nearly shoved me back. One of them collapsed at my feet. "Please help," the older one gasped with a trembling voice. I lifted them both and carried them inside, sealing the door against the hurricane of dust and ice. They shivered uncontrollably, so I wrapped them in thermal blankets and set the heater near them. After several minutes, they finally spoke again. "My name is Saria," the older one whispered. "And this is my sister, Nayli." Nayli clung to her sister, like she was her entire world. "Why were you outside in that storm?" I asked. Saria hesitated, then fear twisted across her face. "They're hunting us." Milky Way middle, the truth revealed. Once their bodies stopped trembling, they began to explain. I learned that they weren't refugees from a crash or residents fleeing a natural disaster. They were princesses, royalty of an alien race known as the Rythians, a highly advanced species divided into powerful noble houses. "We ran away from our home," Saria said, voice cracking. "Our father died, and a council of lords wants to force us into alliances to claim the throne." Nayli whispered, "They will kill us if we refuse." My stomach twisted. Helping royalty on the run wasn't an act of compassion. It was a declaration of war. "Why come here?" I asked. "This planet is barely habitable. Hardly anyone visits." "Exactly," Saria replied. "No one would think to look here. And because—" She reached into her satchel and pulled out a small crystalline device glowing blue, like a heart beating. "We were told to find you." My pulse froze. "Me? Why?" "You're the one who saved our mother's life. Years ago. She told us if we were ever in danger, come to the human named Aiden Cross, the outcast soldier on Verkana 3. She said you would protect us." I remembered her. A wounded alien commander I pulled from a battlefield, refusing to leave her behind, even though she was technically an enemy soldier. I never knew what became of her. "You saved her," Saria continued shakily. "And now she gave you this." She placed the glowing crystal in my hands. The moment my skin touched it, heat spread across my body, like light filling a void I never noticed before. The cabin dimmed, and symbols floated above the crystal, mapping out star systems, coordinates, strange structures across the galaxy. "It's a royal core," Saria said. "A key to unlocking our empire's greatest secrets. Whoever holds it becomes more than a protector, they become a chosen family." That realization turned the air cold. With that object, entire civilizations would come for me and kill to take it. "You shouldn't have brought this here," I whispered. Saria looked up defiantly. "We had nowhere else." Crossed swords, rising danger. For 2 days, they hid in my outpost. They ate little, slept less, and jumped at any sound beyond the walls. Every time I tried to ask what the crystal truly did, they avoided answering. Nayli cried at night in her sleep. Saria stayed awake, watching the door, clutching her sister like a shield. On the third night, the storm stopped, and the sky lit up with flames. Ships, black, angular, heavy with weaponry, cut through the clouds in tight formation. They swept the planet's surface slowly, like wolves stalking prey. Saria turned white with terror. "They found us." I grabbed the girls and headed into the underground shelter hidden beneath my floor, sealing the hatch above us. The only light came from a dim portable lantern. Nayli sobbed quietly. Saria shook, breath ragged. I'm so sorry, she cried. We shouldn't have come here. We've doomed you. But something ignited in me that I hadn't felt in years. Purpose. You came here because you trusted me, I said softly. I won't abandon you, not now, not ever. Saria stared at me with wide, trembling eyes. Nayli crawled into my lap, clutching my shirt. It had been so long since anyone needed me. Then the scanner rang, life forms approaching the outpost. A full squad. We were trapped. Unless I grabbed the royal core. Tell me what this thing does right now. Saria swallowed hard. It isn't a weapon. It's a bond device. The symbols above the crystal shifted, showing a huge, ancient cathedral-like structure surrounded by energy fields. It chooses family, Saria continued. It links the bearer to us permanently. Anyone who harms us will be marked as an enemy of the royal core. They risk their own power turning against them. No council, no ruler, no army will dare touch us if the crystal binds to you. My blood ran cold. I would become their guardian, and they would become my family. To accept it meant my life would never be mine again. The footsteps grew louder above. We won't force you, Saria whispered through tears. If you refuse, we'll leave and face them alone. I looked at her, at Nayli, trembling, at the door beginning to echo with impacts. Then I pressed my hand firmly to the crystal. The world exploded with light. Searing energy pierced my veins. Memories flashed of their mother, of the war, of her finally smiling at me before disappearing. Energy wrapped around Saria and Nayli as well, forming a glowing silver thread linking us like constellations across space. When the light faded, the crystal turned gold. It's done, Saria whispered. We're yours and you're ours. It felt like a vow, a promise, a destiny, and suddenly, the footsteps stopped. The soldiers marched away. The bond had worked. We were under royal protection. Shooting star ending, a new beginning. After the enemy left orbit, calm returned to Verkana 3. For the first time in days, the sisters slept peacefully. I sat beside them, crystals still pulsing slowly in my palm. What now? I asked softly. Saria opened her eyes. Now we rebuild. She explained that with the bond in place, their claim to the throne became unbreakable. Anyone who tried to seize power would risk the wrath of the core and their own destruction. But we couldn't stay here. To take back our world, she said, we need strength, allies, and a guardian who stands with us. Nayli woke and hugged me around the waist, her small voice full of trust. You're our family now. I felt something deep in my chest shift, something I thought I had lost forever. Belonging. Purpose. We leave tomorrow, I told them. If I'm part of your future, then I'll see it through. Saria smiled, an expression she hadn't dared show since she arrived. The next morning, we stepped outside together. The rising sun lit the barren landscape in gold. A small transport ship shimmered into view from behind the hills, unmarked, camouflaged, exactly the kind criminals and rebels used to escape unnoticed. Saria turned to me, eyes full of fierce determination. With you by our side, we won't just survive, she said. We'll take back everything that was stolen from us. Nayli grabbed my hand. Home, she whispered. I nodded. Home. The ramp opened with a hiss. The three of us boarded, and the doors sealed behind us. As we blasted off into the endless glow of space, I realized something. I didn't rescue them. They rescued me. For the first time in years, I wasn't just running from my past. I was running toward a future. A future where two runaway alien sisters weren't fugitives anymore, and where I, a forgotten soldier, had become something I never imagined: family,
Guardian.
and the man who would help them reclaim their destiny.